Guys, today we are at Mr. BagBoys himself. So the last time we were actually at the last workshop, no? That was
in,
a long time ago.
in Montague Gardens.
Vietnam. I've been here a few times, but we didn't really record anything.
Yeah.
But today we're gonna do a slight collab basically, but it's something simple, man. So
basic.
we're gonna explain now what's the problem here. It's obviously to do with the low life and
Yeah. It's
and
a small price.
it's something we didn't plan. Actually, we saw yesterday when I came to him. So yeah, check him out. I'm sure you guys know him, Mr. BagBoys.
BagBoys
Especially
VP.
for the VVL swap.
Yeah.
And,
Look, we do have a lot of stuff on the channel. You can see beams there, VVLs, 2Js. There's a lot of things that come up there, more vlog style. So if you're interested, check it out.
But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Pinton tool, yeah. You're right, bro.
Right, yeah.
So he's also doing it now. Mobile, no, everything mobile.
Mobile, yeah.
Dent removal,
Paintless dent removal, paint
detailing also.
detailing, interior.
So we can check him out there with the details there. So yeah, he's all over Cape Town. They were obviously at the same workshop, but then he obviously now moved, no?
Yes.
Onto better things, obviously.
We had to make, you know.
Yeah. But now the workshop is liquid, the man have a loft and everything. And here's the famous VVL, as you know, under construction. The last time this car drove was few months ago, no?
No, like 2 years ago.
I mean, it can be 2 years.
Yes,
I'm the chick now.
2 years ago, no?
The Mazda, man.
Yeah,
no?
well, not like 2, that's a year ago.
But a lot's been happening, man. A lot's been progressing.
Yeah, in other areas,
no?
yes. But I think the first time we built it, it was also just to get it done. Man.
Yeah.
And now it's
it was right after the review, I think, no? Yeah, 2 weeks, 3 weeks later.
So that was just, okay, we're getting into it, let's get it done. But now it's like nothing wrong, you know, you want everything to be perfect. So, because I don't want to have to take it apart again. This is the 4th time I'm building this car. So, through stones and all that stuff.
No?
But we got a few things laying there, parts laying, ready to go on. We just need time for labor. And I've been busy with, you know, all my loyal customers and supporters. So,
But yeah, getting back to the problem. I'm gonna show you now. So basically, what we saw, the shaft is basically rubbing on not the body, but it's just like the seam.
Rubbing on the seam.
Not on the chassis.
Yeah.
Not the chassis itself, obviously.
So I'll take the wheel off now, then I'll show you guys what's happening.
But don't worry, guys, not a backyard job. It's just something slight modification. So if you have a 160i like this or RXi, you'll probably experience this problem, which I found out yesterday, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously depends on the height also, man, that you're going for.
And also every chassis is different, man. Now you get the same car, same coilovers, everything, but it doesn't experience the same thing, you know.
So the problem I had with this car while lowering it was obviously the shaft used to come out on this side, but we sorted that out already, man. Because the shaft was a bit short.
The angle of the shaft. So what did you do? Did you extend the shaft?
So it was a backyard type of thing.
Okay.
It's a spacer basically pushing the shaft in.
On the CV hub.
Yeah.
Where it goes into the hub.
So it runs flush, with the bearing. So it closes that gap.
Okay. So there's still pressure on the bearing, but you space the CV back, the cup, so that there's more CV on the shaft.
So it's working. It's been now 5 years.
Thank you for teaching me that now, because I thought you could only do it on Opals. So now I know Toyota can do it as well. And how is it? Does it work?
Now it's been working. It was trial and error, man. At the start, it was just like it wasn't engineered properly, so I used to run like bearings, not bearing knocks, but bearings. When I used to run wheel bearings like every 3 months.
So it feels the same, however, nothing is breaking, which is good. So. Yeah.
But now I got it perfect, But I'm still gonna go back to Paul. We're gonna do something else, man.
Okay. I'm not gonna use your small jack.
Just to lift it a bit.
Yeah. Because I see there, I can't get into the frame.
So you can see I skid with two jacks. The one is just to lift it a bit. And then that jack there.
And there's a block under the wheel.
Yeah. So I basically go under there, man. You see the right nut there? For the
Yeah.
control arm, that's where I
Yep,
check.
it's already
The
sold.
people jack that, it pushes up, man. When the people jack on the sole, it pushes up.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna spend time next week straightening my soles again. Because I know exactly what you mean. Cool. On the left, bro.
Yeah. See now?
Here we go. I can see something. It's a bit grainy, but okay.
It's gonna be green, yeah.
Away. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys what's happening here. So here we are laying underneath the driver's side of Zaid's car. You can see here, this is where the shaft was rubbing on the chassis. So we did notice the shiny part. This is usually a indicator to show you that something is touching. And then if you look on the body here, you can see that that's where the markings were left. So as you can see, if I go a little bit back, it's a bit difficult to show you guys, but there is a lip here. This is where the chassis has been combined together. So it's two parts and there's a seam in between. So the lip is like maybe 1.5 centimeters long. All I'm going to do is just trim back a little bit of this lip and it should clear the shaft, because with the car being flat on the floor, there is still a 2 to 3 centimeter gap here. It's only on heavy cornering that, it's actually rubbing. So yeah, side heavy cornering and we're swapping tires. It just shows the driving group.
Didn't manage to get the rest of the footage. So basically, we basically just cut a piece off, man. Not even a piece, like slightly grinding, about 0.5 mil or so. So I didn't film everything. We ended up talking, whatever, and you know how it goes sometimes. So I didn't get that process, but it's quite simple. So we jack the car up, and then we obviously now when to go see the clearance. So like you said, there was clearance when the car is on the floor. That's when I go in a corner or something, man. That's when it obviously transfers some weight over, and then it starts to rub. Not frequently, just at times, and obviously over time it just decided to leave that mark on the shaft, you know. I actually came back because it is robot racing tonight, so I'm gonna go wash the car and obviously do other stuff. But I didn't record the outro, and it wasn't like, you know, a long type of video. Just basically showing what Ryan's gonna be doing or what he done. So big shout out to him. And remember guys, it wasn't like a backyard job or anything. We didn't grind away from the body. It was just like 0.5 mil of clearance we needed basically, man, for the shaft. So like he explained, when I take a turn and then it basically shifts, so the car's weight and whatever, and then obviously starts rubbing on the shaft. And I didn't actually know up until yesterday, and then I actually saw, or we saw basically. So we didn't plan this, but yeah, we'll be here in future. So check him out. You probably know his channel already, you know, for the yacht mixes and the DJ Tashrik songs, and I know the people come for the playlist also. But yeah, so he does a lot of builds and, you know, general work in his shop as well. So he's next to Vertex actually, so one of the channel sponsors as well. So big shout out to them, Vertex Performance Auto Clinic, as well as BagBoys. So that's the end of the video, and check out the Killarney video I am filming tonight. As you can see, it is a very nice you know, late afternoon, so hopefully there's gonna come some nice cars. Yeah.
Perfect.